Welcome. So glad you are here. So glad you're here. Really, I am so glad you are here. Let us introduce ourselves, which is the normal thing we do. So please go to chat box. I'll be checking my chat box. Introduce yourself. Just tell us where you're joining in from. So 3 things: your name, the country you're joining in from, and your role in your organization. I'll take that again. Your name, the country you're joining in from, and your role in your organization. So let's introduce ourselves. Even those that were here last week and the old timers, please feel free to still introduce yourself, because we have new timers here and they would like to meet you. They would like to know you. So while I wait for you to do that, let me continue because of time. We have so much to cover today. So while I wait for that, let me introduce myself. And this is me. My name is Sandra Ihenacho. I'm popularly known as the Oracle. I am Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. I'm the servant leader, the CEO of Embrand Consulting Limited, the company that has been doing this webinar for the past 7 months, since January this year. So I'm an ex-banker, a CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the organization. It's a human capital development organization. We are high on training transfer effectiveness for all the services we render. So I'm a mother of 5 children, 3 lovely boys and 2 lovely girls. I'm an IFC Global Master Trainer. So IFC is the International Finance Corporation. It's a sister arm of the World Bank. I work with them, I facilitate for them as a Global Master Trainer. I'm also a certified assessor with the Learning Performance Institute, LPI. The Learning Performance Institute is in the UK. They collaborate with the IFC and we certify trainers globally, and we say they have the right set competencies to train. So that's what I do with them. I'm the transfer enabler for Africa. I work with the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness. They are in Switzerland, and they are the owners of the 12 levers of transfer effectiveness. 12 levers of transfer is a book. I think I've been talking about that book. Very wonderful book. So what makes training, I doubt if you can see the book. Oh no, because of my background. Okay, you may not. Okay, yes, good. Yes, that's the book. So what makes training really work is on the 12 levers of transfer effectiveness. Wonderful book. So I work with them and we certify people as transfer designer in Africa. I'm in charge of Africa. I'm also a resource person in the Lagos Business School. It's a business school in Lagos, Nigeria. I teach on leadership. I was even there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I teach on leadership. I work with the organizational behavior and human resource department human resource department. Then I'm also a certified transformational coach. I'm a certified team and group coach. I'm a certified Kirkpatrick professional. They are into the 4 for every L&D or HR. You should know the 4 why will I forget now? The 4 levels of training evaluation. So this is it. The 4 levels of training evaluation. I'm sure you can see it. These are books I use with my clients, and I tell people I encourage you to buy. Yeah, I encourage you to buy it. I've been certified as a silver professional. As a bronze. So I just finished the silver one just for me to write my project, and I'm certified. From there I moved to the gold, which is the highest. It's wonderful. 4 levels of training evaluation. Just get that book. Then I've been a teacher and trainer for the past 26 years. And these are other training I want to certify myself on. I say it, whenever you stop learning, you start dying. So even at this stage, after 26 years, I am still learning. Okay, so I can see messages on chat box. So we have Emmanuel Adetwin Jr., team lead, same consult, and L&D coach. Emmanuel is our coordinator, our TTE hub coordinator in Ghana. He's one of the people coordinating TTE for us in Ghana. And we have someone else that's joined Emmanuel. Wonderful. Patience has joined him. Patience, I've not seen you introduce yourself here. Patience also decided she's also an advocate of TTE. Train Transfer Effectiveness, and she has joined him in Ghana. So these are two people in Ghana coordinating the TTE for us. I see Francis Otuku from Kenya. He's a human resource officer of Turkana University. Welcome, Francis. Nice meeting you. We are so glad you are here today. Then we have Abisagi Obara from Kenya. Is a senior human resource officer. Nice meeting you. Welcome. We have Caro Katoni from Kenya. She's director of Light and Light Ministries Africa, a community-based organization. Welcome, Caro. We are so glad to have you here. Please, if you've not introduced yourself, please feel free to introduce yourself. Feel free to introduce yourself. And now we continue. This is something we always have here, and I'll always put it up. Oh, William. William is from Ghana. Okay, William, you're from Ghana. That's nice, William. You've not told us if you want to join the TTE Hub. So we are looking for people to join the Train Transfer Effectiveness Hub in every country to push TTE in those countries, right? So it would be nice to see if you're interested to join. And if you're interested, you type in chat and let me know. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destination. Caro, an example of that. And why am I using Caro as an example? Caro joined an hour before. Caro is in Kenya. And she waited, and now she typed, says, Sandra, I have to go now. It seems more like since people are not joining and everything. I just said, Caro, just hold on. I now unmuted and I said to Caro, Caro, it's not time yet. She said, really? I said, yes. That you joined very early, that we still have like over, I think, 14 minutes or 17 minutes before the time. She said, wow. I said, okay, why don't you do something, then come back? And so in Ghana in Kenya then it was 2:09. So right now in Kenya it's 9:22. Can you imagine? And yet she's here in this webinar, 9:22 p.m. when people are sleeping. Caro, what kind of woman are you? Shouldn't you go and sleep? Why are you here? Must you learn? Do you understand? These are sacrifices people make. So, Caro, we doff our cap for you. Please, let me send you a tadan. I want to send you a tadan. This is our tadan. We doff our cap. Not just that, it's not enough. I want to send you a love emoji too. Yeah, we doff our hats for you, our cap for you coming all the way. So, the tadan I'm saying is on Coach Sandra. So, I have two systems I'm using. So, and other people, I know some of you are just coming back from work. Those in Ghana, you're just 1 hour behind us. So this is 6:23 p.m. You may just be coming in from work. Instead of resting, you're in a webinar. What? Why must you be in a webinar? Are you the only one that wants to learn? But that says a whole lot about you. It's not easy. And that's why I said difficult roads leads to beautiful destination. There's somewhere you're going to. There's something you want to achieve. There's, this what Stephen Covey always says, begin with the end in mind. You know the end, and that's why you started with it. This is what I want to be. I want to ensure I'm able to show ROI and ROE to my business, to my organization, to my clients, and that's why you're here. So you started with it, and because you've seen what the end is, you started, and one of these things through this webinar, and that's why you're here. So we sincerely appreciate everyone joining from whichever zone you are: Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Nigeria. We appreciate you, and well done. Welcome. I see more persons. Okay, William says, I'm also in Ghana. I'm very interested. Okay, please, William, so drop your phone number. Emmanuel will take it and Samson will take it. Emmanuel is more like our coordinator because Emmanuel has been championing TTE. Emmanuel needs to collect an award from us, right? So drop your number on the chat. Emmanuel would pick it up and Samson will also pick it up. Then Lona Okach. Lona, if you're from Ghana, are you from Ghana? If you're from Ghana, please drop your phone number. Tell us the country you're from, so I can tell you who will pick it up. If it's Ghana, Emmanuel will pick it up. If it's Kenya, I will tell you who will pick it up. Okay, Kenya, Lona. So Samson, please pick up Lona's number. We have someone in Kenya already, but the person is not here on the webinar. So maybe you could work with that person and push Kenya too. So we are so glad to have. I'm happy we are getting a lot of TTE members. Leila, okay, you're in Kenya too. So if you're interested to join the TTE, just tell us your country and drop your phone number. We'll get in touch with you. Thank you so much. So let's move ahead. For those that were here last week, I know you, don't hide. Williams, you were here. Emmanuel, you were here. Carol, you were here. I will start. Patience, you were here. I will mention you all one by one. What practical tip did you carry out between last week and this week? Kindly share your experience with us. It's now your turn. What practical tip did you carry out between last week and this week? Please share your experience with us. Who wants to go for it? Who wants to share? Don't fall. In Nigeria, we say, don't fall my hand. Please don't fall my hand. New people are here. Let them not say, what that she didn't teach you well or what? What practical tip did you carry out? So for the newbies, what we do every week is, because this is an application webinar, in the sense that whatever we are teaching training transfer effectiveness, which is transfer application. So every week we tell all those that attend the webinar, just try something new between that week until we come into the next Thursday. And when you come, share with us and tell us your experience. It could be inviting somebody, that is something new. It could be reading a book, reading an article, applying some of the things we said, having a conversation you've never had, difficult conversation, reaching out to line managers you won't have, whatever it is, to show that you're getting something, you're learning. It doesn't make sense. We have over 20 something getting to 30 videos and people are watching it and nothing is happening. I will feel very bad. It's as if I've been wasting my time for the past 7 months. There must be a change. That's why I'm doing this. This is free. We are doing it free. We're not collecting money from anybody. No matter how tired we are, we keep doing it. So is there anybody that wants to share with us? If not, I will go on because of time. Anybody? Somebody? Okay. Nobody. I feel bad. Yeah. But what can I say? Let me continue. I can see something on chat. Okay, Carol says something. Great. I'm not feeling bad again. Carol said, I shared with a friend who is an HR professional on transfer. Yay! Thank you, Carol. So what did you share with the person? I know I'm asking for too much, right? If you can type into chat what you shared with the person, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so we also do, every week we do a review. Okay, yes. I can see somebody is unmuted. Did I hear someone trying to? Okay, that's who? Emmanuel, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening.
Yes, Emmanuel. Good evening, Emmanuel.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much for being on set with you again. Yeah, so I think my exercise or what I did was I did a very deep reflection. It wasn't related to last week, but it was last 2 weeks, where you took us through we write things to our clients. We have to write to our clients to let them know that we have changed our approach of training.
Okay.
So I was to send my scripts to you at least by mail, so that you could mark or see whether it was. In fact, I started doing deep thinking about it, and as I said last time, I now see myself as a strategic partner beyond just a trainer.
Beautiful.
I also spoke with 2 people. One has joined.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Well done. So please share it with me. Let me review it, please.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, Carol says, I shared with a friend who is an HR. Okay, I've read that. I'm sorry. Okay, the difference application of training to translate into transfer. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you for that. So very quickly, we just reviewed last week. Last week, we were looking at the reasons why training doesn't work even when the delivery is excellent. why it doesn't translate to anything. There's no impact. That was what we looked at last week, and we agreed that, and we said the real problem isn't training, because you see people go to wonderful training. Some even go to Harvard. I shared of a GM that told me his CEO was asking him recently that those senior executives they sent to Harvard, that was the return. To go to Harvard, to do Harvard, you go online, check how much it is. For Nigeria, we are in dollars, we're talking about close to $40,000. 25 to $40,000. And he was like, how far? What was the returns? And GM said he could not say anything. And because where can he show he could not show the returns? So the problem really isn't about the training, it is transfer. And transfer is application, the ability to apply what they've learned back in the organization. And so some of the reasons we looked at, said the reasons training doesn't work even when the delivery is excellent, that training is approved without a clear diagnosis. So sometimes people approve this, there's a performance gap or performance issue, and next thing they say, send them on training without diagnosing if it is really a training intervention or a non-training intervention. The other thing we said is when it's not aligned with business or performance expectation. If it's not hitting on the business objective, there's no how it will work. So it needs to hit on the business objectives. So those were around the things we talked about last week. And so let's go into what we have this week then. Let's go into what we have this week. Sorry, excuse me. Just give me a few seconds, please. Okay. Today is going to be different. Very, very different. The section objective tonight is how can I help you? How can I help you? So tonight is not for teaching. For those who are coming for the first time, you're bumping into you're coming at the right time. Tonight is not for teaching. Tonight, it is for truth telling. Tonight is for truth telling. And truthfully, I want to agree with you. You agree with me that some of you are tired because you keep delivering training and nothing changes. Let me ask, is there anybody on call that is tired of we are having training, and really nothing really is changing in the organization? You can type yes, or you type no, or use an emoji. Is there anybody like that is here tonight? That's your organization. People keep training, and there's really little or no much change. Anybody? There's little or no much change in the organization. I will continue. Please, this webinar is not just for me to be talking. I know some of you may just be coming back from work. Thank you very much. Paul says yes. Thank you. We need to communicate. Effective communication, whereby when I ask questions, you respond. You ask me questions, I also respond. So let it be a two-way communication. Let it not just be a what was megaphone whereby I'm the only one talking. And I see something again. Anthony say yes too. Great. Thank you so much for your response. So we're going to talk now. We're not going to be talking about theories, but we're going to be looking at the real frustrations you're facing in your organization. The real frustrations your clients are telling you about and they're facing. Real questions and real clarity. Those are the things we will be looking at tonight. And that's why I said, how can I help you? Tonight, I'm not here to teach any topic. I am here to talk with you. Because many of you are in roles where you have been running training programs and still the business isn't shifting. Let me ask you, if training was working, will you still be under pressure to prove its value? I'm sure your answer will be no. If it's working, you're not going to be under pressure to prove the value of training. So I'm flipping tonight's script. Instead of me teaching a topic, I want to help you. I want to see what is blocking your results and how you can fix it. What is blocking the results for you as a business, for your client, and how you can fix it. So that is what we will be looking at tonight. And so before we go into it, there's a need for you to, but because of the new people on ground, every webinar we've decided that we would always explain what does TTE mean. Training effectiveness, training transfer, and training transfer effectiveness. Is there anybody that has an idea for the newbies here? Do you know what training effectiveness is? Training transfer or training transfer effectiveness? Let me ask, have you heard about training transfer effectiveness before? Okay, no. Okay. So let me explain. Now there's a difference between training effectiveness, training transfer, and training transfer effectiveness. Now, I am advocating, our organization is advocating for training transfer effectiveness, because that is where you will see ROI and ROE. And so that's why we are going around Africa. We are going around Africa and advocating for TTE, training transfer effectiveness. Now, let's start with training effectiveness. What is training effectiveness? What is training effectiveness? Training effectiveness is the extent or the degree to which training is successful in producing the desired results. That's what training effectiveness is. Now, let me give an example. I love giving examples. I love creating scenarios because that would help you to understand better. So, for instance, if maybe your organization sends maybe your front desk people, front desk officers, for a training on customer service. And now one of the objectives of that training is that when they finish the post-evaluation, the post-exam they do after the training, everyone should score nothing less than 85%. That's one. Another one is when they role play it, everyone should be able to role play. So for instance, if one of the modules is on telephone etiquette, and one of the things they say is, "Good morning, my name is Leila Paul. Good morning, my name is Leila Paul. Thank you for calling Embran Consulting. How may I help you?" That's a script how they want anybody that calls into the organization to answer the call. Another thing is they should not pick up the call in less than the call should not, the ring should not be more than 3 times. So let's say these are 3 objectives from what they want to see at the end of the training. Now at the end of the training, they are able to see this. 20 people that went for the training, they scored from 90% and above. They've met their first objective. Don't forget, what was the rating? 85%. The second thing is that when they role play, they should be able to have mastered that script. "Good morning, my name is Leila Paul. Well, thank you for calling Embran Consulting. How may I help you?" And it's saying that everyone should be able to say it. 20 of them, they role played it. 20 of them could say it. We've met our second objective. The third objective is the phone should not ring 3 times. They did that. Everyone picked, some picked it at the first ring, some picked it at the second ring. Few picked it at the third ring, but nobody picked it after the third ring. Like on the 4th or 5th ring, they've achieved the objective. We will say that that training was effective. That is what training effectiveness is. And that is where a lot of organizations stop. When they achieve the objectives for the training, it is over. When they achieve the learning objectives, they don't go further again. That is training effectiveness. As a business, as an organization, as advocates, we say we cannot stop here because this will not give us ROI and ROE. This will not give you return on investment and return on expectation. That is training effectiveness. Now, what is training transfer? Training transfer is the extent to which the trainees effectively apply the acquired knowledge and skills from training and demonstrate the desired behavior at the workplace. So you saw those 3 things I talked about. Now, they went into the organization, training was over. 1 week, 2 weeks, when anybody calls in, they pick up the call within 3 rings, they greet with that script, and okay, I didn't put a third one. Maybe a third behavior we wanted to see is that when people are sending emails, they send emails not using capital letters. They found out that when they are sending emails to clients, they are always using capital letters, and clients were complaining that it seemed as if they were shouting at them. So those were 3 behaviors they wanted to change. And so when people got back to the organization, they were doing those things. Those 3 behaviors they were exhibiting, they were applying what they learned. Guess what? After 1 month, they said they cannot continue with this thing. They are tired. I better let the phone ring. Which one is good? Am I a robot? "Good morning, my name is Leila Paul. Welcome to Embran Consulting Limited. How may I help?" So how has this helped my future? I'm tired. I cannot continue. 1 month later, they all got tired. They stopped. That is training transfer. We said ROI and ROE are not fully applied here. Sustain one cannot work here. Where will it work permanently? This is where it will work. Training transfer effectiveness. It is the extent to which the knowledge, the skills gained from training are consistently applied on the job in a way that leads to measurable performance improvement and business impact, with intentional structures in place to sustain the application over time. So when you put structures in place, thank you, Samson. You're just, I've not even said anything. Samson says you're enjoying the session. Samson, thank you. You've made my night. You've made my night. Samson, your book said, I'm enjoying the session very much. Thank you. You're welcome. And I've not even started. Thank you so much. So, there must be structures in place. Because why did these people get tired? Okay, let me ask. Good. Why do you think that these employees, after they came back 1 month later, they got tired and they stopped applying it? Please unmute your microphone and speak. Why do you think so? And have you seen that happen in your organization before? That people go for training, they come back, they apply it. It's as if they're applying it 1 month, 2 months down the line, they stop, they get tired, they are not applying it again. Why? What do you think the problem is? If anybody wants to share, you can type into chat or you can unmute your microphone. Who wants to share with us? Okay, I can see something. Lack of feedback. Hi, Layla, where are you from? This is powerful answer. Yes, you're on point. Lack of feedback. Great. And I see Sapson says they have a fixed mindset. Great. But what is it possible? Is it that we cannot change that mindset? There's something wrong for them to have a fixed mindset. Have they found out about that fixed mindset? Has anybody been able to notice that this set of employees have a fixed mindset? That's a good one. A fixed mindset. And that's something we're supposed to pick up and say, what can we do? Who else? Is there any other person? Why did they stop? 1 month they stopped. 3 weeks they stopped. 2 months they stopped. They don't want to continue applying. Why? Is there any other person that wants to share with us? Okay, why I wait for other people to share? So we are saying what we're advocating for, and we've been advocating for, and not just in Nigeria, in Africa, we are saying we cannot stop there. They must consistently apply it on the job so that you can see measurable performance improvements. And when you see measurable performance improvement, when you see an improved productivity, it will impact the business positively. It will impact the revenue of the business. It will impact the bottom line. It will impact the profit of the business. However, in order for you to do this, you must intentionally put structures. If not, just like what happened to this people, they will stop. They'll be tired. So what are the structures you've put in place to ensure that people intentionally and consistently apply all they've learned from training? So that is introduction to TTE, which we do every webinar so that people can start getting used to what TTE means. I'm sure those that have been coming now, they can close their eyes. Maybe one day I'll just tell them to tell us what TTE, tell the newbies what TTE is. So get ready. One day I might just call you because we've been saying this for the past 3 weeks now. So just to summarize it, you can see the progression. Training effectiveness measures learning and engagement according to the 4 levels of evaluation by Kirkpatrick. It is level 1 and level 2. That is what training effectiveness does. Knowledge, skills, that's what it measures. Training transfer measures application on the job. Yeah, so that's level 3 according to Kirkpatrick 4 levels of evaluation. Now see the progression, which is where I want people to be, where we want you people to be. This is where we want you people to be. See, I'm sure you can see where the laser, I'm pointing the laser. This is where we want you to be. Now let me see if I can also draw it. So yes, so this is where we want you to be. So we need all of you here that says training transfer effectiveness measures sustained performance and business impact. This is where we want you to be. So we look forward to seeing you here. Okay, let's move ahead. And this is like a summary of everything I've said. You learn, you apply, your performance improves, the business improves. Sustainable improvement. Let's take it again. You learn, you apply, performance improves, and the business improves. Sustainable improvement. So that is training transfer effectiveness, which is what we are advocating for as a business. Now let's go into what we have tonight. I'm sure you can see this mirror. Is anybody can guess why we have this mirror? Why did I bring a mirror? Who wants to guess? Why did I bring a mirror? What is this? What do you think this mirror is talking about? Anybody? Somebody? What is this mirror talking about? What does the oracle have? Why did she bring a mirror? Why is Coach Sandra talking about a mirror? Does she want to tell us to watch ourselves in a mirror? Who wants to try it? Anybody that tries this, you have a gift for me. If you're able to get it, you have a gift. The mirror moments. You have a wonderful gift that you appreciate so much. Go in. Okay. Self-reflection. Layla says self-reflection. Yeah, okay. Reflection on what? You need to finish it for you to win this gift. Reflection on what? Self-reflection. Yeah. I'll clap for you. You did get it right. Reflection on what? Okay, let me move ahead because of time. I want to ask. And it's self-reflection. I think, Layla, I should give you the gift. Yeah. You want it because it's self-reflection. Please, let's give Layla. Ta-da! Something, please clap for Layla. Yeah. I like that. Carol, you're a great person. You're not a selfish. No, is it the word selfish? You are very accommodating. You're even clapping for Layla. Good. So you have a gift from us. Now let's go in. What frustrates you most about how training is handled in your organization? Well, let me put all the questions. I want you to just be. Layla told us it's self-reflection. Reflect. I'll put up all the questions. Then tell me the one you want to answer, because some may not want to answer some. What frustrates you most about how training is handled in your organization? Think of your last training. What was the goal? Did anything change after the training? What was the goal? Did anything change after the training? Who do you struggle to carry along the most during training? Is it participants? Is it the line managers? Is it the senior leaders? Who do you struggle most to carry along during training, when you're planning for training? You don't have to give me perfect answers. Just be honest. Let us talk. I see something on chat. Just be honest. Let us talk. Let me see what's on chat and see what is that. Layla says it is done for formality. I love this. Thank you so much for being honest. It is done for formality, just to tick the box. Thank you so much. Any other person who wants to answer? Layla said yes. So what frustrates Layla most is that the training is done for formality. It's done for formality. Is there any other person? Which of the questions you want to pick and share with us? Let's be honest. It must not be a perfect answer. Let's talk. Because I said today is Q&A. Today is I'm here. I want to help you. How can I help you? That's the session today. How can I help you? We must ensure all HR, L&D, trainers, whichever role you're playing in the organization, that you know what you're saying. I want you to have a seat at the table. I don't want them to always have a meeting and they don't bring in HR or L&D. They will not have any meeting without you because they know that you are impacting the business. They know that you're not just using HR jargons and L&D jargons. They know that, no, this person is using business terms, using business jargon. Using business terms, not business jargon, business terms. So I want to give you a seat at that table. And you can only get a seat at the table by the impact you have in the organization. Okay, while I wait for people, I'm sure you're still thinking, keep reflecting. I cannot keep waiting for you to reflect. However, you can keep reflecting. Let's do an audit. We're going to do an audit now. We are going to do an audit. Okay, I see something. Anthony says it's dependent on the per diem. Anthony, you're breaking chair and table. By this one, you're seriously breaking chair and table. And it's the truth. It is dependent on per diem, the allowances. Hi, we are in trouble in our countries, in our organizations. So we're going to do a transfer audit now. Let's do a self-check. You can answer it in your head or you can put it in the chat. Anyone you choose to. Answer it in your head or you put it in the chat. Or you can unmute your microphone, whichever. You ask for business goals before approving training. Or if you're not the one in the capacity to approve, in your department, in your organization, do you ask when a training request comes, maybe from IT department or from finance department or from communication department or from strategy department or from sales and marketing department or from customer service, whichever department it is, when a training request comes to HR, do you people ask for the business goals that training will impact before you approve the training? I would have loved to see chat, but if you don't want to answer, you want to answer in your brain, no problem. It's a transfer audit we are doing. The second question, do your line managers get involved in the pre-training briefings? During the pre-training, there are 3 phases of training: pre-training, during training, and post-training. Pre-training is where you design everything you want to see post, everything you want to see after the training. And one of it is, and the line managers are supposed to be in that conversation even before the training starts, be it e-learning, be it virtual training, whichever training, you must have briefings with your line managers. So do your line managers get involved in pre-training briefings? Since the people here are just thinking, they are just having it in their brain, nobody wants to write. I would have loved to see you respond to this by writing. Do participants know what is expected of them after the training? Do they know what is expected of them after the training? Do you follow up on how learning is applied? Either 1 week after the training, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2-3 months after the training. Do you follow on how the learning is applied? Are they applying it? Or the training is done, everybody goes home, we've gotten our per diem, we've traveled out of our country, we've gone to do shopping, and we're back, and life goes on. Life goes on. Do you ever reject training requests if it's not the right solution? Do you ever reject training requests if it's not the right solution? If you answered no to 3 or more, you are not alone, but this is your starting point. How many people answered 3 or more? Do you ask for business goals? No. Do your line manager get involved in preaching? No. If you answered no to 3 or more, just tell us 3. Or how many did you answer to? Because we have 5 questions I asked there. To write 1 or 2 or 3. How many no's did you answer? Let me type chat box. How many no's did you answer to? How many no's did you answer to? 3. Greater than 3. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anthony. Who else? Is there any other person? 3 and above. Laila, 3 and above. Thank you so much. So, but it's okay. You are not alone. And that's why you're in this webinar. And that's why, Samson, please type into the chat box our YouTube channel. And that's why you are in this webinar. And that's why you keep coming to this webinar. And that's why you go and watch the YouTube videos. So that it will change for you. There are ways to do this. And that the next time, with time, you start answering yes to all this, not no again. Okay, let's move ahead. How can I help you? I want you to think of the last training you facilitated or you supported. What changed in the business after it ended? What changed in the business? Because if you don't respond, I will not be able to help you. What changed in the business? Let me see. I see a message.
Technology.
Okay, Patience, thank you so much. Patience said, okay, so after the last training, what changed in the business?
Oh, it was a technology change. So there's a change. There was a
Patience, your microphone is muted. Okay.
Okay, I'm saying that was a major change. It was a global technology change, a new system altogether. And so in that one, I mean, you are even forced to use it. So that one, yeah.
That one is not my nothing. You have no choice.
You have no choice. You either use it or you go out of the place. So
you go out of the place.
Some of those things are. But the last time I facilitated leadership effectiveness, and we are doing the KPIs. So all managers and supervisors are doing KPIs, and every month, transfer effectiveness, we are meeting 1 hour every month for 6 months to ensure that we report on what we have learned, what we are doing, what is changing. If we don't do that, and now technology is our friend, so we do Zoom just an hour, and we are reading a book alongside, so it makes it a bit exciting. There are videos we watch and all that. So I think that is what I'm doing to bring a mindset shift.
Thank you so much, Patience. I had a long call with Patience last week. Patience, it was last week, right? And I told her, no, you are joining this movement. Patience is doing something great in Ghana, in her organization. She's pushing transfer. She's one person I've seen that really understands what transfer is. And I'm so proud to partner with her, to work with her in Ghana. She's doing wonderfully well. So connect with Patience, join the TTE Hub so you could learn more from her. This is practical. She will give you practical experiences of what. So you will be able to relate this. Even when we're speaking, she understood what I was saying. She said, Sandra, I understand all what you're saying because these are the things we do. I asked her question, I fired her question. As I was firing her, she was answering. And I was like, yay! I said, I'm so proud to meet you. So it's not that this woman Coach Sandra is just talking theory. It's not theory. It is practical. Someone is doing it. Patience is doing it. Reach out to her. Come and join the TTE Hub so you can see how to apply it in your organization. How is she doing it? How can I apply it? Because you may not get me because I may not have the time. That's why I'm doing this webinar. And that's why I have the TTE Hub. So join the TTE Hubs so that you know how to do it. So once again, thank you so much, Patience. Thank you. And you're a gift to the L&D industry. My next question is, what is frustrating you most right now about how your organization approaches training? I think some of you have answered that. What do you wish you had the courage to say to your internal clients or leaders before they send you a training request? What part of transfer are you still struggling to implement, pre, during, or post? I will pause here. I want to hear from you. Let me pause here. Anybody? What part of transfer are you still struggling to implement? Is it the pre-training phase, the during training phase, or the post-training phase? What are you struggling with? What do you wish you had the courage to say to your internal clients or leaders before they send you a training request? What is frustrating you most right now about how your organization approaches training? What exactly? How can I help you? Okay, I see Anthony. Anthony says pre and post. That's what you're struggling with. Great. Anthony, do you want to tell me what part of pre you're struggling with and post? However, watching our video, I've done a lot videos on pre, webinars on pre. But do you want to tell me the aspect of pre you're struggling with, so that between now and next week you will do something different? Because pre is massive. So I want to narrow it down. I used a full webinar to just talk on pre, and we did not finish. So you cannot talk about it, and it's massive because there are things you must do. So do you want to share with us what aspect of pre are you struggling with, so that I could help you? And any other person? Is there any other person? Okay. Patience says before pre. Okay, before pre is quite easy to talk about, because pre is what we say, the cocoa in Nigeria. We call it the cocoa, which is the main thing. So why allow Anthony to think through, let me explain the part of patient talk about before pre. Now, before pre, what happens before pre? Before pre is what we call diagnosing if that request that came to you is a training intervention, a non-training intervention, or an integrated approach. Now, okay, Patience, yes, please.
I need 7 you and
take that again, Patience.
The request is 7 training for a particular group of people. 7. Everything is training, every problem. So even the 7, must you go through all of it to see which one is this? It's a stressful part. They are not giving you. So we have a form you have to fill, and when they fill the form, they want to conclude all of it is training. So if it's 7, why would you do 7 training for a group of people within a year? What are you expecting them to do? That is the challenge.
Good. So the very first step you will do, because I think your organization is beautiful, because you talk a bit about transfer. So now, what you will do, I will encourage you to do. The very first thing is have conversations with the heads of departments. I'm happy you do Zoom. Have maybe a focus group with all of them before you send out emails, and let them know that I want to, just like we are as an organization, we're a business. Now I'm interested so much in your success as a unit or as a department. I want to help you to achieve your objectives. Now, before then, find out if you can get the objectives of the department, so at least you can go through it and see how you can help them to achieve the objectives. You must show them that I am here to help you. I want you to succeed, because what people see HR as is them, HR them, us, HR them, us. No, you must be. It's not going to be easy. You must bring yourself together. Let them see you as somebody that wants to help them succeed. First thing, go through the objectives. See if you can get the objectives. Reach out to them that you want to help them. You want to work with them to see how they will succeed. Now, if you have the objectives and you already have the business objective of the organization, before you meet with them, try to find out how can the training they are asking for impact the business of the business, and how can it help them to achieve the objectives. If you look at it, you even see that maybe this training itself cannot even help them to achieve the objective, because the essence of training is to achieve Sandra, the objectives. Yeah, okay.
Our setup is a bit different.
Okay.
Because we are dealing with the project, so like every year we do like a survey to find out, okay, given the goal we have to achieve this year, what support would you require? That type of thing. And that's what I'm doing. So it's not even about the managers. It goes to the communities. And so it is the community level that no matter what you say, they want to land it in training. So you get a tall list before you then have to have this meet. Every department will take what concerns that place. And that is where you come to this issue. And so we're even trying to do assessments like every 2 years. But sometimes we also need to know that there are dynamics and the changes that goes around. So we want to do it every year. And that is where sometimes you have those difficulties, but there's a way to go around it. But I was even saying that even pray, the training, whether it's training or training or whatever the solution would be. But when you receive overwhelming requests for training, that is coming from partners, not staff, because my role is with partners, and
Okay,
that
with
is
partners.
where it's with partners. So
Good.
then you then have to work with them.
Is
That's
the
all. So I wanted to
reorientation?
get-
Is the reorientation?
Exactly.
Is reorientation? That's just what you want to work on. Work on the reorientation with them, and show them what is possible. That's just it. Because most people, anytime there's a problem, training. Even though if they are not staff, they are still people. They are human beings. As staff, not human beings. That's the orientation. There's nothing. A lot of people don't think of any other thing. Just send me on training. Send me on training. So start with your reorientation. Have that reorientation with them, which is the same thing I was talking about. Even if it is your own employees, have the reorientation with them. Start with that first. I don't know if that helps you.
Oh yeah. I'm just bringing that up so that just in case somebody also has the same issue.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Patience. Thank you. Okay. Please type into chat, how can I help you? I'm still asking you, how can I help? How can I help? So let me guess this. What might be happening in your organization? These are some of the things that might be happening in your organization. Okay, I saw something on chat box. That's true. Let me read it. I saw something on chat box. Okay, patience. We've talked about patience. Anthony said, engaging the participants intending to attend to justify the need or justify why they need to attend. Great. Now, this is not Anthony. Engaging the participants to attend, to justify the need or justify why they need to attend. First of all, I want to believe you that you've done MVP, which if you have ascertained that training is the need, great. Then it is the line managers or the employees, depending on who is the training requester, the training sponsor, who is asking for that training. Now they should be able to tell you why they want to go on that training. How does that training help their departmental objective? How does that training now help the business outcome? Which of the business outcome with that training directly or indirectly impacts? Because there are various business outcomes. Is it that revenue? You're talking about efficiency. You're talking about expansion. You're talking about productivity. What is the business driving that here? So is that training? What is that training going to do? Is that directly or indirectly? So that is where you start. I know of someone that is on our mastermind class, and when we talked about someone asked, one of the senior executives asked that she wanted to attend training in one of the countries outside the country, right? And she asked the person to justify why she wants to attend that training. The person did not come to her. The person did not reply to her email because the person did not know what to say. So when you tell them these things, they don't know they will not come back. So she said she was feeling pity for the person, so she now called the person to, let me guide you, let me tell you. I said, well, if it's me, I will not do that. Why will you call her to guide her? If she cannot justify the training, you're going to spend dollars for her to go. That means she's not ready for that training. So why do you want to help her? Why are you helping her? So tell them to justify the training they want to go to. The objective, when they come back, what they will start doing differently, what the impact in the department and in the business. Let them give that justification. Let us see if they will be able to come back. I hope that helps you. I'm running out of time. I have just 19 minutes more. Anthony, I hope that helps you. Okay. The other things, you are training because you have a budget That's what a lot of you are doing, not necessarily because there's a problem or an opportunity. 100%. Anthony says 100%. Thank you. That's wonderful. You are training because you have a budget, not necessarily because there's a problem or an opportunity for the training to meet. You're training. Your line managers are not involved in the training. They don't care. They decide whatever they want to do. They don't even give feedback. They don't even give support. Nothing. Training happens and nothing follows it. Ticking in the box. Per diem. We want to rest. Some people say, this is an opportunity for us to rest from the organization. People are waiting for results. No one is measuring anything. These are some of the things that might be happening in your organization. And that's why I've been asking, how can I help you? And I'm asking, which of this is happening in your organization? Drop the number that applies most. If you want to drop all four, that's fine. Let me wait for you briefly. Drop the number that applies most. Which of this is happening in your organization? Drop the number that applies most. So drop the number that applies most. Which of this is happening in your organization? Okay, let me continue while I continue to wait for people to drop. Okay, I can see some of 4. Okay, thank you so much, Loila. Loila says 4. Number 4 is what applies most. And this is number 4. Let me just put it. People are waiting for results. No one is measuring anything. Yeah, thank you so much. It's very painful, right? It's very painful. These are the common barriers to transfer. No needs validation. You've not validated if it is a training that will solve that performance gap or non-training. Line managers are missing. They are not there to help. There's no pre-training communication. Even the trainees, those that are going to attend the training, they don't know why they're attending the training. I've been in a training, they've called me to facilitate, and the employees, the trainees, the participants, they said, "Madam, I don't even know why I'm in this training. I'm not supposed to be in this training." Can you imagine that? Say, "I'm not supposed to be in this training. I don't know why I'm here." The wrong audience. No post-training reinforcement. No data. No measurement. Just vibes. We just come there to dance, to have fun, to eat, and it's over. These are the barriers to transfer. Transfer will never apply when all these things are inherent. It will never happen. Training without transfer is activity without impact. You just do activity, there's no impact. And that's what is happening in a lot of businesses and a lot of organizations. Okay, my challenge to you as we start coming to an end, we have just 16 minutes. We are coming to an end of today's webinar. My challenge to you. Oh, Anthony says number 1. Let me quickly go back. Please pardon me. Let's see what number 1 is. You are training because you have a budget, not necessarily because there's a problem or an opportunity. Yeah. Thank you so much, Leila and Anthony. Leila, Anthony, and Patience have been my best participants. They've been speaking. Okay, my challenge to you, between now and next week, I charge you to initiate a conversation before you accept any new training request. Don't just accept it. You've known what is training transfer effectiveness now. Don't just accept a training request because it's a training request. Maybe what I should also be adding, apart from explaining what TTE is every week, maybe I should add what training scrap is. Now let me quickly tell you what training scrap is. Training scrap is that portion of training that is never applied. Scrap is waste. A lot of organizations are wasting money and wasting resources and wasting people's time, wasting everything. Resources could be money, time, opportunity, wasting everything. Go and read the Harvard Business Review. Go and read LinkedIn article that they brought out, their report they brought out in last year, 2024. Go and read the one by Training Magazine. All those people, these are great companies. Even I've just forgotten. McKinsey. Reports also from McKinsey. Read these reports, you see them. It's not the oracle, it's not what Coach Sandra is saying. It is what it is. It is all over the world. People are complaining that they are sending their staff on training, there's no returns, nothing, no application. So I charge you, before you accept any training request, please have a conversation. Why are we having this training? What is the need it's going to solve? What is the problem? Okay, on this note, it is time for questions. I've been the one talking, and patients that are unmuting her microphone to speak, and Layla and Anthony that have been chatting, and Carol, I think also chatted and said something. So we are in Q&A. What are your questions? We are in Q&A. What are your questions? Please. What are your questions? Shoot. I'm more than able and capable to answer your questions. What are your questions? And please don't leave. I know that people merely they see that time we are ending, they start leaving. There are other announcements. Don't just come and take whatever we are giving and leave. Wait for the announcement. These announcements are also great, that will also help you. So what are your questions? Please wait for our announcement, so that these are our own way of also creating awareness on what we are doing. We've been giving back for the past 7 months. Nobody is asking, we don't ask you to pay anything. Then wait when we want to share advertise what we are doing, and see if you can also gain from this, because it will add value to you. So what will be your next line of action? So you have to try one practical tip from now until we meet next week Thursday, and share your experience with us next week. Just one practical tip from now until we meet next week, and share your experience with us next week Thursday. Do you need help? Do you need help? Let us talk about how we can build or repair your ecosystem. You can also join our mastermind program, the Cohort 2. Cohort 1 is ongoing now. Cohort 2 is starting Monday, October 6th. It's a 14 weeks intensive hands-on training on return on investment and return on expectation. After that training, we have a capstone project that as I teach, you apply. As I teach, you apply. You'll be able to show the ROI and ROE for all your training investments. Thank you so much. Laila said I'll do the audit before next meeting. You appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that. Invite me to speak with your leadership team.
Hello, Sandra.
Okay, patience. Yes, please.
So if we want the materials and everything, we need to go back to the YouTube.
Yes,
everything
please.
will be there.
Yes,
okay.
Please. It will be there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Reach out. Let us stop training for the sake of training. Let us build transfer. Let us build for transformation. In conclusion, old ways won't open new doors. Every impact-driven training starts with a bold conversation. Start that conversation today, not tomorrow. Every powerful training outcome begins with a courageous conversation. Don't wait to be told what to do. Lead the dialogue that drives impact. And this is our program. The ultimate is 14 weeks now. For the Cohort 2, we are bringing it out to 14 weeks. Master the 2 models we came up with, the MVP and PDP models. Show ROI and ROE for all your training investment. Deliver measurable impact. Join the next cohort. You can send us an email at info@mbrandconsultinggroup.com with the subject mastermind, and you will join the next cohort. It is just for $1,500. I forgot to put up, next week I will put up we put 4 payment plan. You can start paying from now till the program till December. The program starts in October, so you pay little. So it's $1,500 for the program. And these are what those in Cohort 1 are saying. Feedback from executives on the Cohort 1. This is what they are saying. We asked, how useful was the session in helping you to reflect on training impact in your organization? 33.3% of executives said very useful. 66.67% of the executives answered extremely useful. We also asked them another question. We asked them, what was the most valuable concept or insight you got from the session? Every insight shared during the session was valuable. Permit me to state too: business objectives clarification, training effectiveness, training transfer, and training transfer effectiveness. Someone else said training scrap, the portion of unapplied information from training. These are their feedbacks from those in cohort 1. We had to put this so that you can see some of this feedback. And so we have limited slots. So join the mastermind cohort 2. And we have the big news. We're having the very first conference ever in the world. It's called the International Training Transfer Effectiveness Conference. It's holding November 13 and 14 in Lagos, Nigeria. And see, it's hybrid. If you're in Kenya, you don't need to come to Nigeria. If you do not have the money for the flights, accommodation, and feeding, just join virtually. And it is just $350. Yes, for virtual. $350 only. So join the virtual if you cannot come down to Lagos, Nigeria, and you will not regret this. This is the very first conference on training transfer effectiveness. Never anywhere in the world has it been held. And these are some of our speakers. This is Melanie. She's the president. She's the CEO of our institute, of where I am the I'm the transfer enabler for Africa. This is Tom, coming all the way from America. This is Anna, coming all the way from Germany, and the rest of Africans, Nigerians, and Africans. So don't miss it. It's 2 days, and these are the things you get to have, even though you're joining virtually. All those certifications you saw me with thousands of certification. We are going to be doing it, 4 of them, and it's going to be at highly subsidized. Check out this certification. Go on to the website and check how much it is. Even the one I paid for the Institute for Transfer Effectiveness, certified transfer design, I paid over 2,000 something euro. But now you're going to be paying in dollars and at a very reduced rate. So do not miss this opportunity. And on this note, I want to say, finally, feel good about yourself always, and thank you for being with us tonight. I remain Coach Sandra Ihenacho, aka The Oracle, Africa's leading voice on training transfer effectiveness. That's my mobile number on WhatsApp. That's my LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn, and that's my email address. I will stop here. So if there are no questions, I would stop the video in case there are people that wants to. Sometimes we have people that want to say things that they didn't want to be seen on. They didn't want to be recorded on the video on the webinar. So I'm going to stop this because we are done. Then I will stay back like 5-10 minutes to take your questions. So once again, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining in, wherever you joined in from, wherever you're watching this video from. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for joining, and have a beautiful night to rest. Wonderful weekend. See you again same time next week Thursday. I will not be in Nigeria next week Thursday. I'll be in Rwanda, so I'll be signing in all the way from Rwanda. We're going for part of the things we've been doing, the breakfast meetings. We're having it around Africa. We were in Ghana in May, in Nigeria in June, in Rwanda in August, in Kenya in September, in Tanzania in October. So we are going around Africa until we go to all the Africa countries. We are promoting training transfer effectiveness. So join us. Join this movement. We are going to every African country. If you're in any African country, reach out to me. Let's work with you. Let's collaborate so that you'll be in that African country. So we are looking for people in Tanzania. We are looking for people in Zambia. We are looking for people in Ethiopia, Congo, Brazzaville. So we are going to all African countries. If it's going to take me 3 years to do that, fine. So every month throughout the year, 2026, 2027, 2020, until we'll finish the African countries. We will not rest until African countries are showing return on investment and return on expectations for their training investment. And so once again, good night, everyone. Thank you.